Hi there, this is Jen, and welcome to Kendra's Card Challenge number 10, Hop and Giveaway. This is the intro to the 10th challenge, where we make 15 cards with 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper. This runs from April through June. For this challenge, the giveaway and Hop, you just need to stop on by everybody's channel, which are linked below. You can also use the hashtag KCC10 giveaway Hop. And then once you've visited all the channels and made a comment and a like, you can go ahead and fill out the Google form to enter for a prize. There are also monthly prizes if you choose to enter into the challenge. I will go into more of that kind of at the end of the video. But basically the challenge is there are cut files A through F, and those coordinate with the sketches that Kendra has created that you saw at the beginning of the video. So once you've made all your cuts according to the cut files, you assemble those according to the sketch files. It's a really fun challenge. There are amazing sponsors you can see up on the screen. There is a giveaway every month. So you basically have one chance every month to win a giveaway prize. Kendra also has a Patreon, which is great for helping to keep this free for everyone, and she has some really great perks with that. She puts a lot of work into putting all of this together and organizing this, and so by using Patreon is a great way to help support her and help keep the challenges free. And I will have everything linked below. I know it's a lot of information. Also at the end of the video, I'll go over how you can join the challenges. Each of the design team members is doing a sketch from the challenge. I am doing sketch number 5. So in my video today, you will see me put together the sketch number 5. And then about a week, I will have the remaining 14 sketches. So the card I made today is this one right here. I love following the sketches. It's a great way to use up the supplies you have. I am actually this month going to be supporting Not Too Shabby Shop. They are one of the year-long sponsors, and I am going to be using the Blooms of Spring and Beautiful Wings paper pads, which are absolutely stunning. These paper pads are from the April subscription of the month from the Not Too Shabby Shop. So I like to start out by picking my papers out and setting them on top of the printed I call them cut files because it's basically telling you where to make the cuts and what sizes. And then once I have all of my papers picked out and laid out, I will go ahead and make all of my cuts according to these files. And I will again set all of the cut pieces on top of these A, B, C, D, E, and F. And it just helps me kind of keep organized and on track. And then once I have that done, once I have all of my papers assembled according to each sketch, I will go ahead and place all of those elements in labeled envelopes. And again, I'm doing sketch number 5, so I'm just using one little piece of one of the cut files. And I wanted to mention this is a great way to use up all those little bits and pieces that maybe you have worked on throughout the month or whatever, and you have, like I do, a little bucket of sentiments and different die cuts that I don't end up using for whatever reason. I always pull these out, as well as my ephemera. Those are great, quick ways to complete these cards without doing a lot of coloring or stamping. It's just really fun, and it makes me feel good to kind of get out some of those little scraps of things that I otherwise might not be using. So for my sketch, the panel is either to be embossed or stenciled. I used heat embossing, so I took a beautiful whimsy stamp and embossed that with some vintage pearl embossing powder. Originally, I was going to use this die, this love die, and so instead of wasting paper, make another one of these, I just use the background because this is going to be covered up. I don't end up using that love die after all. And there I showed the vintage pearl that I used. It gives kind of it's like an ivory color. It looks really, really pretty. And so I'm going to go ahead and start assembling my card. So I have taken some adhesive and I will go ahead and put down my first mat. And then I'm going to grab my pattern paper, which has the floral pattern on the other side. And I thought that was a little busy for this card, and so I'm going to just end up using the solid paper that's on the other side. And that's a great thing about using double-sided paper for these challenges, is you can go either way. And a lot of times if you're using one paper pad, it's already very coordinated for you, the front and the back, and so it's not real hard to kind of figure out what to do. But of course you can always use a 12 by 12 set that you've cut down to 6 by 6, single-sided paper, whatever you want to use, as long as it is 6 by 6, because that is how the cut files are laid out, is for 6 by 6 paper. And then these are pieces that I grabbed from my little box of things, and so I am going to go ahead and take this vellum string of hearts and adhere it to the circle piece, and then I will set a stamping block on that to make sure it adheres really nicely. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue around that circle, and then I will add a piece of vellum. And I'll again use my stamping block to put a little bit of weight on that to make sure it adheres nicely. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip that over and add a little bit more glue, and then center that on my piece of pattern paper there. And then to finish this card off, I am going to add a Tim Holtz sentiment that I have placed onto a banner flag, a fishtail, whatever that's called, and I'll adhere that and then add a few sequins, and that's going to finish off my card for today, sketch number 5. And before I go, I wanted to let you know how you can join the challenges. So this is open worldwide. Anybody can join. It's free to join in on the challenge. You just have to be a part of the challenge Facebook group, and that is where you will submit your 15 card entries. You can submit one per month, so you are eligible for a prize at least once per month, and then you're also eligible for the prize at the end of the quarter, which is at the end of June. These are random draws. They are not, your cards are not judged or anything like that. These are random draws that Kendra does. All of that information will be linked below. I hope you come and join us. It's really super fun. Thanks so much for joining me today on my video. If you liked this video or found it informative, I would love a thumbs up. And as always, I appreciate you spending some time with me today, and I hope to see you next time.